Hey everyone, hello. As always, I hope this video finds you in good health and in good spirits. So today, we're going to talk about one of the most infamous deals in history, the Faustian bargain. What does it mean to make one? Where does the idea come from? How do these deals supposedly work? And perhaps most importantly, are they worth it? So, sit back and let's journey into the shadowy worlds of deals with the devil. A Faustian bargain, in simple terms, a deal where someone trades their soul or eternal well-being for temporary worldly gains such as wealth, power, knowledge, or success. At its core, it's the ultimate metaphor for short-term gratification at the expense of eternal consequences. When we say someone has made a Faustian bargain, we usually mean they sacrificed their morals, their integrity, or even their humanity in exchange for something they desperately wanted in this life. The phrase comes from the German legend of Faust, a scholar who, despite his intelligence, felt empty and dissatisfied with life. According to the story, Faust summoned the demon Mephistopheles and struck a deal. He's also referred to as the Shadow of Lucifer and the Prince of Trickery, and he traded for ultimate knowledge and worldly pleasures in exchange for his soul. This legend was popularized in German folklore, then immortalized in literature. The two most famous versions are Christopher Marlowe's play, Dr. Faust, from 1604, which shows Faust being dragged to hell for his pride, and Johann Wolfgang von Goethe Faust. That was from 1808 to 1832, which gives the story with more complexity, where Faust's striving nature ultimately finds redemption. From these works, the idea of a Faustian bargain entered our language as a cultural warning. Beware of deals that cost more than they give. In folklore and occult traditions, making a Faustian bargain usually involves summoning a demon, most often actually the devil himself, through rituals, contracts, or even signing your name in blood. The bargain tends to follow a formula. The summoning. The seeker calls upon the spirits through rituals, incantations, or desperate pleas. Then the offer. The person asks for what they desire: money, fame, love, power, or knowledge. Then the contract. A pact is sealed. Some stories involve a literal signed document, while others rely on a verbal oath. And then the payment. Eventually, the demon returns to collect, usually at the end of the seeker's life. It's worth noting, in many traditions, the devil doesn't outright lie. Instead, he twists words, exploits loopholes, and ensures that the deal always favors him. Even if we don't believe in literal deals with the devil, the Faustian bargain functions as a powerful metaphor. It represents the dangerous trade-offs of that the human makes when they put ambition above morality. Think about selling out your values for money, compromising truth for power, or abandoning principles for fleeting pleasures. These are all modern-day Faustian bargains. So the question is, are they worth it? In every story told just about, the answer is no, no, and no. Faust enjoys wealth, power, and pleasure, but only for a limited time. The price, the loss of his soul or eternal damnation, is always too great. Even in Goethe's version, where Faust finds redemption, the message is clear. Humans striving for knowledge and meaning is noble, but selling your soul for greed or selfish gain leads to ruin. The idea of a deal with the devil has shaped countless myths, stories, and even real-world rumors. Some famous examples include Robert Johnson, the blues musician. A legend has it that Johnson gained his incredible guitar skills by selling his soul at the crossroads in Mississippi. And then there's Niccolo Paganini, the violin virtuoso. He was so talented that people whispered he must have made a pact with the dark forces. And Johann Georg Faust, the actual 16th century alchemist, whose life inspired the Faust legend in the first place. And also in pop culture, the trope shows up everywhere in movies like The Devil's Advocate, Bedazzled, and Ghost Rider, and in countless TV shows and novels. Even outside of the supernatural, we talk about Faustian bargains when politicians, corporations, or individuals trade integrity for profit or power. So, what do we learn from the Faustian bargain? At its heart, it's a cautionary tale. Some deals just aren't worth the cost, no matter how tempting they seem in the moment. So the next time you're offered something that seems too good to be true, ask yourself, what am I giving up in return? Because in life, as in legend, there's always a price to pay. So that's it for my breakdown of the Faustian bargain. Thanks for joining me today on this journey into the dark world of the Faustian bargain. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share with a friend who loves the mysteries as much as you do. Until next time, be careful of what you wish for. All right, everyone, take care. Peace.